live. Hello, everyone. There's no one here yet, but that's fine. I always get so nervous before I start, so that's why I'm like all like, sweaty sometimes. So,
Okay.
yeah. Well, how are you both doing?
Pretty
Good.
good. I mean, the
I'm
school
alive.
year is really got me in a chokehold, but I'm here. Okay. I feel like they're
Yes.
gonna have me in the first half, coach. But that's all right because I'm gonna come through in the springtime like I always do.
You
Yes.
know, I'm just alive. I'm alive. That's pretty much it. But it's sad season and that's all I got.
That's true. True. Okay. My sister's right there with you. She's been screaming it. Her birthday's on Tuesday. So she's just been,
Woo!
yeah, all week. It's like, girl, relax. Like, we know, so it's fine. It's fine. But okay. All right. So before we dive in, again, I just wanted to thank you both for coming on here to, just chat with me about zombies, crafty zombies, because I remember when I was a guest on your podcast, that was actually mentioned. And it just made me laugh. And it's just you're not wrong because they are crafty. They're ridiculous.
Out of control. Out of control. Using tools. Like, who are you?
How did you figure this out? Like and the
Yeah.
fact that they're written that way, I find it to be honestly extremely entertaining because it makes like the zombie not feel like the same boring zombie. There's always like one little shaky one that does something extra and fun, like a secret.
Right. No, that's true. That's true. And it was just like it had me thinking because I know that because I talked about like zombies being like snitches. Like like this is what really makes me mad. Like the ones when they're alone and they don't want to keep that same kind of energy, like just attack you. No, they want to yell and bring their whole crew to attack you. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey y'all, she's over here.
yeah, like
Wow. And now it's 8 zombies on your ass. Like, oh my God. What did I do to deserve this?
yeah. And it was just it's crazy. So, all right, before we do jump into our list, because we are going to be sharing just our top 2. I didn't want to get like out of control, but if you both have extras, we can talk about the extras. That'll be fine. If not, no worries. So first I have to say this, and I think I'm pretty sure I told you guys this before, and I'm pretty sure you heard this before. Your podcast name, Girl That's Scary, it slaps. It's just great. How'd you come up with it?
Okay.
So hard.
So Pam's about to cry. Okay.
Aw.
We was like, yeah, we're gonna make this podcast. What we gonna use for the name? So we were just throwing names out there, just throwing them out there and trying to make them stick like Mimi and Psycho Horror Man. We're throwing out ideas. And we had said, was it
Girl That's Spooky.
Girl That's Spooky. And I was like, something else was like, it's spooky. I was like, no, let's do something. Girl That's Scary. And we was like, light bulb. And I was like,
Yes.
and that's
Literally it.
by chance. I was like, oh yeah, oh hey,
It
that
works. Girl that's spooky, like that's cool, but I don't know. There's just something about that Girl That's Scary. It flows better.
I think it was. I mean, so we were feeling it because like we was like, "Girl, that's scary." I was like, "Oh, hey, it's scary, girl." So
it's scary.
It is. We're also weird, and then like have little conversations within ourselves. So
Yes, a homegirl horror hopped right behind it. Like, yep, and that is the hashtag.
Yes. No, I love it. I love it. And I feel like you guys have such a bond. You have such a connection. How long have you been friends and how did you meet? Just take me way back.
okay,
Richmond, Virginia.
So I used to live a life. I still live a life, but it's more modified. And we met. We're going into our decade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Almost
We're going to something. So we're going into a decade of friendship. I met her through we have a mutual friend. And we were introduced through said mutual friend, and I had saw her later and we just became friends. While I was outside living a life in Richmond.
Yeah, and our best friends married each other.
Yeah,
So-
that's the thing. Yeah, all my friends have married each other. It's a real interesting life I'm living over here.
Okay, all right. And then that was just pretty much it when you guys met. It was just kind of like, especially with you having like that horror connection, did that just make it even more official?
I mean,
I feel like we were friends before we knew that we loved horror movies the way we loved horror movies. Okay, our friends enjoy a horror movie or two, but we are the fanatics in the group. So
Yeah.
we are when they go, let's watch a movie, let's watch Audition. What?
Yeah.
Everybody else is like,
Because they usually pick like thrillers and stuff.
or they
and
want to
I'm like,
watch Rush Hour or some shit. I want to see someone get stabbed. Right now.
more for the better. Like, and now we're at a point where they have to, like, sometimes they feel like, let me Google that movie real quick before you. I'm like, no, we're not doing anything. We're all going in blind. But then they're sick of our stuff because they feel like, we're gonna set them up. But it's gonna be a good time. Like, let's watch Inside.
I just
It'll
watched
be all right. Like,
let's watch Martyrs.
or
Like, let's have a
I saw you tweet about Titan. I saw that. I'm gonna make Kat watch it eventually.
I'm so excited.
I think, it's different. So
It's
I'm excited.
my skin crawled that whole time.
I've seen some wild stuff I wish I could unsee. So I feel like it's not gonna be like that, because if you're recommending it, I'm just like, okay, it's not gonna be a movie that I'm not gonna say out loud to put that memory back in my brain. It's not gonna be that.
I don't think it's that bad.
Great, because I don't want that to be happening.
But it's stressful. I can't even say nothing without spoiling it. So I'm just gonna say we're gonna watch it.
That's a good word for it. It's stressful. And so, like, when my brother-in-law, he asked for a recommendation, but he said he wanted something different that would surprise him. So I thought I was helping, but yeah, he never even spoke about it. Like, and it was just like, I'm afraid to ask him. So, and I won't. I'm just, I saw him earlier, and he's talking to me about everything under the sun, and I know they watched it. So it's just I'm not gonna bring it up until he does. So,
you think he's gonna ask you for another recommendation?
No.
No.
Like,
because it's a ride.
Yeah, but you know what? You win some, you lose some. You got to go hard when people ask you for like recommendations sometimes, and especially when they don't know. Like, choose your words carefully. That's all. So,
I agree.
Somebody said mess me up, and I showed them Inside. And The Lodge.
It's okay. Yes, I think these are both great date movies. Honestly,
especially for the
Lodge. Like, but okay, yeah.
I'm cutting up.
And okay, but before we also jump into our list, so how would you both, like, we could just one at a time, like, how would you define like a crafty zombie?
Okay, zombies that know how to, they still got some know-how from their human past lives. Like, some of the zombies we might cover can drive a car. Seeing somebody get carjacked by a group of zombies, it was wild. I was like, they can drive? Using, bricks as tools, making a pulley system. Zombies that know how to use tools, and zombies that can communicate with each other.
Are you in my brain?
Yep.
Maybe. We are. Yeah, when the zombies start talking, it really hits me with the, wait a minute, like, I didn't even know they could do that. So, or, when they're actively, like you said, using tools or just acting like they're not dead, that really scares me. It makes me feel like they got a one-up on me. So not only you got the nerve to be fast, you still have some pre-life, intelligence. Are you actually dead? Like, what's really going on?
Right. I agree with you both. And I'll also just add too that they always kind of want to like one up on you. You know what I mean? Like, they want to have the last word or the last bite, type of thing. And it's just like you said, it's just like, how are you this smart? So, but okay. We do have some people who are watching right now. So, T Reed, Zombies and Zomboat. I started watching this. It's a series on Hulu. I don't know if you guys ever checked this one out.
I have.
I have not.
Okay.
And you have told me to.
It's fun.
I will do so. And when I have a chance, I know the list is like this, and I'm just like, please, I'm drowning in titles.
School break's coming up, so that's enough time for you to inhale more things in your eyeballs.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know sometimes it's hard because it's just, I know for me, just even rewatching the same movie sometimes, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
So, and someone actually also says this, which we will be getting to.
Yes.
Those zombies specifically.
Paramedic.
Yeah.
When
you sent that message, that really made me laugh because he doesn't even have a name. It was just like, that's his name,
Guy on walkie.
Yes.
So, okay. Okay, I think we should just dive into the list.
All right.
Kat, would you like to go first?
Okay, so I'm really ready to come in cold first. I'm gonna do send more paramedics, my guy on the walkie, because he's actually talking. Like, first of all, Return of the Living Dead is that girl. If you have not seen it, you need to, after this conversation, you just need to go ahead and turn to your little streaming device and just get that popping into your world.
Yes.
I just iconic looks, beautiful gowns.
Yes.
Chaos, camp, gore. It's just I stand. So you got this one zombie who's out here and he's calling up more for backup because his friends are hungry and he's ready. And I honestly respect that because that's some real like hold the click down type situation. But also I'm scared because you can use a walkie.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't even know how to use a walkie for real.
Listen, I just
me pressing buttons like hello, hello, hello.
And they just pull right on that. And you know what? They got gobbled up. The end.
And the thing with him is he just sounds so intelligent. Like he was just waiting for his moment. Like, yeah, that was cool. His friends wanted more food, so he might as well. But I don't know. That was kind of scary stuff. So I do have this clip to play for us just to take a look at. So I'm gonna play it right now.
Come in. This is dispatch, over. Rescue 7, come in. This is dispatch. Do you copy, over?
Come in, dispatch. Send more paramedics.
Bro.
This is me. I'm in dispatch. This is so scary.
Okay, like it's just you see how he like dropped the head and it was just like a potato, like just flattened on the ground.
The whole scene is scary and chaotic. First of all, there's a zombie belly sliding across the seat. The man's like, "Oh God!" He's trying to get out, getting bum rushed by a couple more people outside. Then he goes, "Come in, dispatch." Like, oh, okay. Who let you in?
How did you know to do that?
I love it.
I don't know from his past life, like he remembered, he knew somehow. So and then also too, we do have some comments coming in, but I was going to say real quick, I think that it happens like afterwards. You guys remember that one zombie that I don't know, for some reason he didn't have any legs and he was slipping and falling. Like at first I was going to pick him, because he didn't really do anything. He scared me. Like ever since I was a kid, like he was fast and slippery.
Yeah. Is that the same guy that belly slid across the seat? Familiar.
You might have.
That's scary. You sit up here trying to figure out what's going on because you hear some sounds. Somebody just slide across. And also, why is your door not locked?
Exactly.
It's the 80s.
You
right. Not locking them doors.
You're right.
But we were.
Okay. But no, I'm loving the comments. That's coming in. I mean, he did, this one as well, maybe. He really was just chowing down. And then
the sounds.
It's like you bite into a candy apple.
Oh my God, that's my favorite sound when it comes with zombies. So okay. All right, so Jess, now it's your turn.
Okay, I don't know what order I'm supposed to put these in.
Whichever one you want.
All right, I'm going to stick with the same movie, and I see a comment about Tarman. Listen, Tarman definitely was one of the first zombies who gave me nightmares and scared me to death. Oh! No. Whoa. Right there.
But he looks kind of happy,
Mouth full of teeth, a toothy smile. Oh my God. When I rewatched it later on, what I realized is not only that is he saying brains, he can talk, he can smell the brains, like he is taunting people. But when she in the locker, he literally wraps a chain around.
Oh my God!
Creates a pulley system I said, wait a minute, you're making simple machines? Oh, no. You got too much brain capacity to be in here thinking. That means you could like build stuff. You could engineer. You could make tools. Not only you could make and use them. He can't be trusted. That's it. That's the wrap.
Really wanted her brain, like by any means necessary. He had to figure it out. But I agree with you. He cannot clearly not be trusted. Like, just look at him.
See, that's what I'm saying. His limbs are so long.
Teeth, man.
Okay, so I do have like a couple of clips, but I guess we'll start off with this first one. This, then this other one we'll end it off because I think that the second one will bring us all joy.
Okay.
Who's there?
Ow! It's like her soul left her body.
I was like 6 years old. That came out, and right when it was when Resident Evil came out and had Dino Crisis on the little jank as a demo. So God. That me seeing him come out talk about some brains. No, sorry, Bob. I was like, oh my God, what is that?
What is that now? Honestly, I'm true. Every time that scene happened, and his body just
yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yes, like why does he move like that?
He moved like he's water. Like, hey,
that actor did what they came to do.
He did.
Oh man. Okay, we have one more clip, and this kind of reference to the Apple sound effect.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, I knew that was happening.
The way she left over his body like
that. I love good for Tina. Running for her life. That's what I would have done. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
He's already gone.
Survivor. We love it.
But yeah.
I mean, the sound sends me every time. He bit through his skull. He bit through his skull.
Right through it.
My kneecaps feel weird. Y'all ever just watch something and your body part just start tingling when somebody falls down and heel gets sliced? I'm like, ooh. I feel like every time you keep putting these videos up, I'm just sitting there like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I try to pick scenes that made me laugh. Like that, I think it's more funny. But don't get me wrong. When I watched it as a kid, that I was so scared for my life. But it's just it's a combination of things. It's just, that guy, he came down there all aggressive, and then it was just to see that there's just some greasy, bald, bug-eyed zombie, waiting behind the curtain, and then his head just get bit like an apple. Tina runs, and everyone is just shocked and standing. And I'm not gonna lie, I know it's oh, real Queen of Horror. I'm right there with you, Kat, because my knees would have gave out, and that would have been it for me. I would have been so scared.
Oh my God.
Oh, the words I would have let out. First of all, I wouldn't even got to this. You just would have saw. I always say this. You and Jazz has been with me. When stuff goes left, all you literally see is the tails of my
Kat, you see the tail of her jacket. Her is gone. You better catch up. You better be running.
As soon as he would have opened that curtain, you would have just heard me run. But
did they all have to go downstairs? What?
It was a waste of time, but that's what they get. Now they saw some shocking horror things. And
me and Kat. Kat is her coattails there. I'm right behind the coattail. Excuse me, wait up. I know you're making a smart choice, so I'm not even about to ask you no questions. My friends are running. I too am running. I can find out why later.
Yep.
At work, I got some cardio. That's it.
See? And there are people who, agree, with these comments, And 100%, I'm not gonna lie, that's how I am if I do make it somehow, some way.
You just gotta have these real. I keep saying this. You have to have these real conversations with people. People love having, what would you do in a zombie apocalypse conversation? But they never talk about the dark stuff. Okay,
They don't
Like,
want to talk about that.
Exactly. If I got bit or the horde is coming, don't save me, girl. We all ain't gotta die. You could just go like, bye, baby, and be, oh, okay. And then, maybe I can throw myself on the ground. That's how you know you're a real one, because you already knew your ass was dead. So just lay on the ground. So,
Trip 'em up.
exactly. So then they can eat you and the rest of your family to win out. Because why would you just, I don't
Listen,
know.
I'm about to pass out from shock anyway. Take me to the king. I want my family at the crossroads so they won't be lonely.
True.
But you know what, you know what's upsetting is too, like if you ever find out, say if your significant other or a friend or even like a sibling, whoever, if they're the type of people, and they'll, of course they won't admit it, but say if you found out somehow that they would not tell you that they were bit, you need to cut ties with them. There's no reason for you to even, like, I know that's your sister or your brother, like, listen, like they're gonna get you killed and everybody else. That's selfish.
It is, because if I get bit, I'm like, hey, y'all see
I'm
that?
gonna start crying.
Somebody need to shoot me. Shoot me.
I'm gonna just push you
I
off the
turn,
ledge.
turn.
and hope you die.
Exactly.
Like 28 days later, kill me now, right now. Somebody needs to hit me in the head now. Do not let me turn.
I really
Right?
hate Dan.
Yeah.
They make Dan look like a villain. It really bothers me.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay. So, all right, I'm just gonna give you guys the one that I picked. So I picked Jennifer from Wreck, the little girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I had to pick her. First off, I think that this movie is just perfect. I love it so much. And I like the remake. I like Quarantine. Quarantine is a good time as well. But I know even when it comes to Wreck, like the sequel, oh my God, that movie is nightmare fuel. But this little girl, the reason why she's on this list, and I also blame her mother, because her mother, it's like, you know that there's something going on with your daughter. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I would have hit the little girl, but I'm just saying, you have reflexes when you're scared sometimes. And like the mom, let me just grab one of my haunted little baby dolls.
Okay.
So the mom, you guys don't.
I love when you bring your haunted baby dolls out. I'd still be scared though, but I'm just like,
No, I'm shook. Them the baby dolls just in bed.
Downstairs, but then my husband was getting scared, so I had to bring them upstairs. So, and Chucky's in the garage, but whatever. All right, anyway, so she was like really holding on tight to her daughter, with her daughter like bit her head, and it was just like, okay, first off, if they're telling you they just want to check her out, clearly they're not going to do anything. But she did not want to let the little girl go, and I don't know. I kind of blame the mother. I feel like it's her fault. So I'm going to show this quick little clip. And then also the little girl, she was trying to use like her cuteness as a defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wrong clip. All right. It won't work. But guess what? I can just describe it for you. So she's holding the little girl. The little girl she just starts acting crazy. She just goes ham on her, bites her mother's face, like where she just starts bleeding and she's screaming. For some reason, the little girl just starts screaming at everybody in the middle of the hallway. Then she runs upstairs like she's having a tantrum. Everyone is scared, like they backed away. Like you see these big grown men that are just like, all right, yeah, they don't want to get near her. The mom was so like just headstrong with trying to get her daughter and screaming out her name that they had to handcuff her to the stairs, which obviously since she got bit, she's going to turn, but she's just going to be a zombie that's by the stairs, spoiler. And then, then when they go upstairs, it's just kind of like, first off, there's another zombie that's up there, but that little girl is small and fast. And even though she's dead and deadly, like just gross and everything, she still looks really cute. So that's why she's on my list.
I also love the way you describe the entire scene. I feel like I'm watching it, even down to once you finish, the camera pans down and the mom is turned at the end of the stairs. And it's getting
see, like, yes,
I love the storytelling. Yes,
like it's crazy. So Okay, I was just going back with the comments, and everybody else, they're agreeing with us. They feel that, again, going back to when it comes to zombies, and say if there was like a real zombie apocalypse, loyalty is kind of, out the window just a little bit, and in some ways I get it. And then, someone also just said that they'll take the tar man over a creepy doll. I don't know, like a creepy doll. I think, come on, because the doll is small. I feel like you may have a better chance compared to Tarman, who actually, he still has his smarts. And not saying that the doll isn't smart, but you can kind of like lock the doll in a closet or something,
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like a cursed doll and it's actually like a demon spirit, they might be a little too supernatural. You might have to, you might be able to outrun Tarman. You can't outrun the demons. I don't know.
That's true. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. I'd rather take my chances though with a little doll than waking up and seeing this in my face. Like,
y'all, you know what? I take the dog $500.
Yep, no, because he's just goop. Now your house stink. Like, it's just too much.
You gotta on the carpet.
You gotta clean it up if you live.
Right. If you live. But okay, before we move on to our next one, which is also our final one, we're gonna do like a recap.
All right. So I went with the zombies from the Return of the Living Dead, and the ones as the send more paramedics walkie-talkie zombie. He's the shine on like Birdman.
Okay, and I went with Tarman. Brains.
Okay, and I went with Jennifer, the little girl, spooky little girl from Wreck. So before we move on, I did tell you guys before we start recording, we're going to play a little game. And I asked you to think about your dream job, because I'm going to give you a scenario and I kind of want to see how you would react. Okay? So you have an interview at your dream company. Okay? They want you to start working for them ASAP. They pay so well. It's insane. Whatever number you have in your mind, times 2, right? I know. And then their benefits package is it's perfection. Perfection. Like, they really just care about you. Right? Of course, there's going to be something. Okay. So say you walk into the interview, everything's going well. The person who's interviewing you, you guys are vibing, you get along, you understand and stuff. And they're like, you know what? We want to hire you. Right? And before you say yes, you hear someone in the next room screaming at the top of their lungs. Like, scream. But keep in mind, dream job, dream location, right? They pay for cruises once a month. You can stay at a hotel wherever you want in the world. They give you bonuses just so you can go shopping for yourself. And so it's just like, it's down to the point too, like, even if you have a significant other, your significant other doesn't have to work. Your hours are, you only go to the office 3 days a week, and it's only for 6 hours. And you can go in whenever you want.
Okay.
But someone just screamed.
So what's the catch?
Like, we just heard someone fucking scream in the next. Have you ever heard seen Cat's Eye, the little jank?
Yes.
Cigarette jank?
Yes.
Where the motherfuckers is wilding? Okay. This is what I'm thinking. But I'm like, if you do what they say, they ain't gotta beat your ass. So I'm like, what are the rules? Well, I need to ask why they screaming. Because I'm like, are y'all gonna beat my ass if I don't get these numbers? Or like, what's the severance package?
Okay, sure.
And murder me.
Mm-hmm. It just so happens it's a very big company, but there are zombies that also work there. But here's the thing. They don't want to eat you because they have their own food. Like, they even have like a cafe where they serve them food and stuff like that. But, you just have to make sure that your interpersonal skills are on point. And sometimes, zombies have bad days. You just make sure you're not around. So somebody, did something. I don't know. Maybe, who knows?
I am turning down the job. I will say, okay, thank you so much. I don't know if we have to answer on the spot.
You
Uh,
do. You do.
Okay. Either way, I seem like this is not going to go well for me. So good thing I stay with that thing on me, and I'm going to turn the job down, and I'm going to try to get out, fighting for my life with my table.
You don't have to fight. It's just kind of like, okay, just
okay, great.
Sure?
I'm leaving, and I'm flooding, like literally, I'm fleeing. We're getting loose because I can see I see where this is going.
Yeah.
They're not.
It's not going. It's not going anywhere. Just make sure you say good morning to people in the morning. You know, you don't have to sit with them. You don't even have to be in the same location, but just know that sometimes, like, there's going to be like a holiday potluck, and it's mandatory. So you have to go. You can't call out. Okay. So just in case if you're trying to call out, you can't call out. Like somebody actually, as an example, they one of your coworkers, they got into a car accident, but the ambulance dropped them off at the job just so they wouldn't miss the potluck, you know, because the boss, even though he's very generous, he's very particular when it comes to his mac and cheese. You know, he wants everyone to eat it, and he watches you eat his mac and cheese. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, we don't know what's in it, right? It could be human. It could not. Could just be cheese. Who knows? But you have to eat it, and if you don't eat it, you get fired. Like, that's just...
Yeah, there's too much wild shit going on here. I'd rather be I'd rather be just a broke. Yeah. Because let me tell you something. Yeah, this sounds good. And I could really dress up like it's Fallout and put the armor all over me. Come in a power suit. I got the power suit on, the little armor. So even if zombies do bite, they biting in the metal. Girl, I would wrap books around me and be like this. But also, you can never contain that. The humans always think we can contain the zombie situation till them zombies pull up at the potluck and they start looking at people a little bit too much. Now 50 people that got bit, so now you got 55 zombies. Now we in a little containment area. I don't trying to go home for the holidays.
The mac and cheese might contain human. Okay, I don't want. It's not happening. It's not happening.
You're right. And I have to go to the potluck or else. What you mean?
Yeah, you have to, because it's like, you know, he's a very busy, he's human. He's not a zombie. It's just kind of like, that's the only time that he's there at the company. I know it's just like, I think about a lot of things, and I like zombies. So I think about this a lot. So it's just like, he's never really at the company like that. So he's very particular. And all he asks is that his employees, that they show up at the potluck. Like, you don't even have to eat anything. You can bring something, you know, that'll be nice. But he works really hard on the mac and cheese. It's just that he never reveals his recipe. The thing is, if you tried it, nothing would happen to you. I'm not saying you would turn into a zombie. I'm just saying there may be human parts in there. I don't know. Like, it's a mystery. Like it's a mystery. We don't know.
Even with the mac and cheese aside, that may not harm you, and you may or may not be eating your homeboy. The zombies working there is gonna get out of control. Okay, a zombie's gonna come in, they're gonna be frustrated with their job, and they just gonna bite the courier out of nowhere, and he ain't gonna say nothing because he ain't got no more PTO, and he's already overworked. He gonna pass out in the break room, and when the friends try to tap him on the shoulder, he gonna bite their ass too. So now already fucking bit, and somebody be like, I can't take no days off, so you know they about to hide the bite because they got to go to work and rent is due. It's gonna get out of control.
Capitalism,
and I don't want to be in there in the building when it goes out. Matter of fact, where's this headquarters so I can switch cities? Because I need to move.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's we'll get to that though, because I thought that it could be fun, like at the end, that we decide on the name for the company, you know. Okay. And you know, it's fun if you guys don't want to take the job, but just keep in mind, like I said, with that pay, and you're right though, like you could be risking your life. But there's two things. One, if something does happen to you, your family will be good. But say if you do survive, you know, which no one's, you know, a zombie's not trying to attack you. I mean, just make sure you say good morning. And, you know, I don't see that really as a problem. And, you know, if someone's having a bad day, just stay away. But the other thing is, it's just that every single year, it's just kind of like you get these bonuses. And I mean, like, big fat bonuses. So even if you did, it's just kind of like, at first I was going to throw something else at you where it's like you kind of have to take the job because you have a toothache and your tooth is hurting you so bad. And I said with the benefits are popping. So within 5 days, the benefits hit. So you'll be able to get your tooth fixed, but you got to be there for 5 days. And everybody, you know, your family, your friends, they're out of town. They moved.
What? Wow. I'm alone. I definitely don't want to work in the zombie headquarters.
All of this sounds amazing, but with the luck that I have, I'm gonna get there, and within the first week, something is going to happen, and I'm gonna be texting Jazz like, "Damn it, I knew I should have took it."
I'm like, I told you last week,
That's
work
I
there.
can't do it.
No, I agree. I'm not gonna lie, like, even though it seems tempting, but like you said, you already know, we've seen these movies before. Something's going to happen, and then humans always think that, oh no, we have it under control, and then just one thing can go wrong, and then everybody's dead, just trying to crawl out of there alive. So, but okay.
28 weeks later. Oh,
I just, child, that's all I got to say. Just gonna go like this.
We do have some comments. So the first one, this is kind of like a movie.
Yeah, series. You take the job, and little by little, you find out what the hell they got going on, and you're
exactly.
Like, oh, they tapped into the undead for work.
Mm-hmm. Don't give them too much scene.
Then you find that's true. Then you find out that they're secretly taking pieces of your skin or something. I don't know, like something crazy. Like, my God. All right, you guys are getting out of hand with this. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go back to our list with our final ones, and I'm kind of sad because, like, at first I was, again, I wanted us to pick like 3, but I didn't want to like keep you here like forever. So again, if you do have like a bonus, we can go with a bonus. But we're going to move on to our second picks.
All right.
Oh, okay. I'm back. So I'm gonna go with, and I know that there are people out there that love to think that this, doesn't really count, but we're gonna count it. Okay. Here's why. I'm gonna go with Dan because I've been talking about my dog Dan, and Dan is from 28 Weeks Later. He is, for spoiler alert for all those who have not seen it. But I really enjoy this character because our partner and I were recently talking about this, and they really tried to make this man the villain. Like, got out of the house, we already know they're like people who are infected with the rage virus, right? Like, it's like, oh, it's not a zombie. I'm like, well, actually, some of these people die, right, and then they come back. So they're zombies at some point. But Dan, he breaks loose and breaks free, and gets away from his wife. And later down the line, he finds out that she's still with us, and he's like guilt-ridden. So he kisses her. Mwah. Now he's got the rage. It's just, I can't believe you did this. And I think he's a crafty, infected zombie. Because you always see him lurking in the back, like he's listening to conversations. He's like creepily popping up on everybody. He's purposely causing mischief. He's like trying to distract people. He's throwing people off their trail and picking the people off one by one. Also, the people who are infected with rage, they just got something extra going on. So
they do.
He's fast, he's smart, he's witty, he's tracking you down, and the little son is seeing him. So I think he's a step ahead of these people, and that's why Dan is the man.
And that makes me bring up a question for you both. So, like, I always hear this when it comes to like certain zombie movies. People will say, well, that's not really a zombie, and then obviously with some movies they won't actually call them zombies. Like, what are your thoughts on that, and what do you consider like a zombie?
I feel like, I see Zero tweet this, and hopefully I'm not misquoting her, but look like a zombie, sound like a zombie, move like a zombie. That's a zombie, bro. Like, if you could replace the creature with a zombie and nothing would change, I just feel like, for me, I know it's they die, it's the undead. Girl, any kind of ghoul that is chasing you, if they bite you or something, they can infect you and turn you into a ghoul, like it's freeze tag or some shit. This is now a virus plague zombie situation to me. So
I agree.
Now I know you can also throw in that throwback, like, it's the 1930s, and we're throwing things, and people are like under like a spell or something, even though that was a horrible way that they depicted it. But I guess you can use that option too if we want to talk about like definitions for like older films. But if somebody fell down and they stopped breathing and they came back, that's a zombie.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, I think I started to notice when people would have like this conversation because, okay, with The Walking Dead as an example, like when that show first came out, there were some people who were saying how those aren't zombies, and it's just like, well, then what are they? Like, I don't know what else you would call them, you know. So there's that, and then also, even that movie, The Girl with All the Gifts, you know, like it's that one. I feel is kind of I can understand that one more over The Walking Dead, but I don't know. It's still like a form of like a zombie form universe, you know. At least to me, it is. So, but okay,
We're walking with you.
I'm in agreement. Those are zombies.
okay, good. I'm glad that we're on the same page. Which it would have been fine if we're not, but you know. So, okay. All right. So, Jazz.
All right. So I want to pull up Big Daddy. I believe this is Dawn of the Dead remake, right? Or am I getting it messed up?
Yeah, like Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead. One of their remakes, because I was watching them all together not too long ago.
You know, it's all a day.
Look, he got the jumpsuit on. He's trying to put the gas in his car. What makes Big Daddy so terrifying is that he decides, you know what? I'm going to look at this water. I'm going to touch the water. That's scientific experimentation right there. So he's touching the water and like, oh, I think this won't kill me, and gets in. Anybody willing to do that, they're willing to learn more things about their environment, and they will become more dangerous the longer they live. And and then he got influence, everybody following him, so they're gonna pick him as he learns, so they're all gonna get smarter. No. Nope.
I really liked him.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie though, too. He was also kind of like getting on my nerves. You know, in the movie with his yelling and screaming, his mouth was always open. You know what I mean? But that was like the first time, at least that I remember, that I actually saw a zombie like him, where they were actually following him. And not because he used to be human. He used to be human, but not around them. You know what I mean? Like he was just different compared to the other ones.
Yeah, I agree.
They chose a leader.
Yeah. I really I know that movie doesn't get like super like a whole lot of praise. Of the Dead, I'm gonna watch all of them. I'm gonna watch a film. That's just it. But it was just, it was no one else is doing that when they're making zombies. Like this man has, what do you have, like a jackhammer? And he was out here like wreaking havoc, but in a very strategic way. I know the movie was like saying a lot more. It was definitely trying to be like a political kind of piece, but also like it was entertaining, and he was messing stuff up, and I loved it.
Same. So I have this quick little clip of him and his chaos. Yeah.
Big mad.
He was trying to wake him up.
He was.
And he was so frustrated. Like,
why are you looking at the bright lights? They are shooting us.
Literally. Okay, so before we move on, we do have some questions, and some comments. So the first one, I agree.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And then this is another good question. Were they infected in the crazy zombies? I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Just because at this point, I can do what I want, and I just personally just say that, and that's another one, where it's just like, I remember a lot of people bringing that one up as well, which the remake of that one was really good too.
Yeah. Well, I saw that in theaters.
They
I
was
didn't
on
even,
some
yeah, I didn't know about the OG. I was just a young warthog, and I was like, wow, that movie looks wild. Let me watch that. And I was like, oh man, it's just scary. And then I was like, oh, this is a remake. Well. They're both pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And then we have another comment. You guys checked out the movie Maggie?
Oh,
That's a zombie one.
I have not.
Oh,
It's very sad. It is.
Oh,
am I gonna cry?
Yeah, you might. So I watched it once, and then that was enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Just father and daughter and their bond, and the daughter.
She was
Oh,
damn.
No. Yeah. And then we have this other one as well. Someone else who's coming with that, but Contracted.
I know that movie,
Yes.
and I haven't seen Phase 2, but I have seen Contracted, and that movie fucked me up.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's just like, why would you do that? But I did feel bad for the main girl, like, because her transformation. Yeah.
All I can say is maggots, y'all.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh.
But watch Contracted.
Yes.
Yes, and please. Okay. So my pick, I'm gonna go with Steven, aka Flyboy, from Dawn of the Dead. This is him as, a human.
Yes.
And that's I feel like he's going to be on this one for me because, well, first off, not only is he a snitch, but he is crafty because he led, like, these zombies knew that he was like human. They recognized him and they decide to follow him, and he leads them to like this secret entranceway, and he was just a tattletale, so yeah, it's like the second he turned, it's like he couldn't wait to go just expose all his friends.
Literally, information is half the battle, and he is really just taking the information to the zombies. He really switched teams so fast.
Like, right? Like, and that's the thing. At least wait a couple of hours. Like, he just turned, and then literally just minutes after, he's leading them to that secret little hallway entrance place.
Hey man, sometimes you hit the ground running.
So we have like a little clip that always makes me upset, but we're gonna play it anyway.
What is it?
Steven, they're coming up.
No.
Yeah.
No. When that wall caved in, bro, no. I was like, come on. You can't even walk right. Your legs are messed up from your transformation, and you dragged your fucking ankle all the way down.
Yep. He did, biting at walls and stuff, He has new friends.
When they zoom in on their fingers on the doors, it's really like, that's why I'm
But okay, yeah, so that's our list. So we have to go back to the game of, would you take the zombie employment job, which you both said no.
Yeah. I thought it was. I was about to throw something else at me. Like, am I still saying no?
No. No, but you both said no. But okay, which is understandable because honestly, I'm right there with you. I would never. It would be tempting, I'm not gonna lie, because the pay, the hours, that benefit package. But there's just something with that mac and cheese. Like, no, what's in it though? And then why do I have to be here? Why is it mandatory? Like that's odd. but yeah, that's just me with that. But I was just wondering if this company did have a name, what do you think the name would be?
Ooh, okay. So when we first did a dream job, I thought of Bobby Boss because I love a wig. So Bobby
Ooh.
Boss wig.
Bobby Boss. Oh my God.
So it could be body boss because all the bodies, all the body. Okay, that's not the cool name. No, that one's going in the trash. It needs to be something like real secretive.
Oh.
Some letters. It's just
That's what, yeah, that's what I was saying. Just a niche that you don't really know.
Yeah, because so when I was thinking of Dream Phase, I want to do like curation for insert whoever horror whatever here. So it could be like Roman numerals, like something. It's like I don't know, you flip them upside down. It's like a secret code or something, like a
Right.
coder, and that's the company name. And I gotta say no. Like I'm so sad, I'm crying to the parking lot because I can't risk it, man. Come on, the zombies are gonna get out. We know this.
You know that they are.
Raccoon City.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was thinking that it could be like initials. So like maybe it could just BB, brains and blood, and it's just like that's it. And then you don't really know, like, okay, well, what do you guys do? Oh, we just manufacture things, That sounds like there's something going on in there. So but man, I was really hoping that you guys would be like, yeah, I want to try it. And I just had like so many scenarios ready to go.
Will be nice and short because who is going to hell home every time.
No. Now, if you said we were going to get into like, I don't know, put our hats on and pretend like this is a game, what is it? Dungeons and Dragons, then yes, we would have been sitting here pretending like we took this job.
No, because
shenanigans.
Roll a 20 side die.
It has to be fair, because it's just kind of like, this is a good question. Like, what if you were given something like this? But say if you would have been like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to stay there for like a month, 2 months until I can find something else. And then or until you get your tooth fixed or something. But say you try to go back to your other job, you couldn't because they filled your position. And like the woman, Suzanne, who worked there, who was like HR, and she doesn't get along with anybody. But for some reason, she's just so in love with the new girl, and the new girl's not going anywhere. So there's nothing they can do. You have to stay at that job. So, but you guys didn't want to be like, yeah. So it's fine. You win some and you lose some. Let me see. We may have some questions. Okay, yeah, there's actually someone in here who has a question, Mark, for you both.
All right.
Ooh. It's something wrong with us.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we don't really do YouTube like that, but on our Instagram, we do most of our reviews and everything is up there. Like our video content is between Instagram and Patreon if you decide to become a patron. And there's free stuff on there if you just want to go check the page out.
Yeah.
And then on Twitter, it's just me live tweeting my misery as I hit play on a random movie on Amazon Prime.
That's it. Did we say it?
Oh yeah, our Instagram, everything's that's scary. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, and I'm curious with you guys. I feel like I love that you guys watch so many things that are so diverse. There's not, how like some people they have like their niche where they like to just stay only, as an example, like supernatural. But it seems like you guys watch all types of like subgenre of horror, which I really love. And then I enjoyed your teeth episode.
Listen, that's all I got. That's all. You saw me put my hands like this. I'm actually standing because I already told you like I used to watch videos for a very long time. So I'm just literally just sitting here crying at my chest. Like that's literally this whole thing. But yeah, no, it's something. So it's something about just putting your foot into the water. Like you could just throw a movie at us. Like you'll throw a recommended. I don't even know what in the world you're about to put it. You find some gems, like some stuff that.
Oh, thank you.
For the fairies.
Oh gosh, so. We love when people just throw random stuff at us. And I think it's between that and I refuse to read up on something before I watch it. I just saw something that said, hey, it's really offensive. Then I won't watch it. So this is why when I see offensive stuff, I get really pissed off. I'm like, wasted my time. But I like to go in blind. And then you
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna get. It's like a mystery bag. So the best
Yeah.
part is figuring out as it happens.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Like I think too, because I saw your comment. Like I was just going based off of the trailer and the poster for this movie called The Strings.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talked about the music, and I know I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like love the movie, but at the same time, I love the fact that first off, this is like an independent filmmaker, so there's no way I can even put you down with that. The second thing you commented about the music, whoa, like wow.
They got a soundtrack because, and I don't like slow burns. I knew it wasn't going to be my kind of movie, but I was going to watch it anyway. Because sometimes I'll go into not my kind of movie and coming out with it being my kind of movie.
Right.
And that's like, oh, I like most of the subgenres, at least a few movies in all of them, and most of them. But I'm like, I just want to find another movie in another subject. I want to like slow burns. I do. There are some that I enjoy. So I'm like, the only way to find more that you like is to just watch as many as you can, or
That's
just
true.
without buy it. Just like, I'm just gonna hit play and see what's good about it and not complain about everything. And I was like, you know what? That music was hitting. It was hitting. I was like, I want
it. Was like show it. We need more of that, you know. So, but no, I definitely agree with you, and it's just like, especially when it comes to finding sometimes when it comes with the gems, like you have to watch more things in order to find that, you know, because I found like a while ago, what I used to do is I used to be that person that would read reviews, and if someone was saying how, oh man, it's great, I would just go watch it. I do that sometimes, but for the most part, I kind of stopped doing that, because just because someone else likes it doesn't mean that you will, you know what I mean? And that happened to me so many times where it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt like I like wasted my time with some movies or even some series, especially like series, because you get invested, you know, and that's like hours. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah, you can't get that time back, girl.
I don't read no reviews. I try to watch no trailers. If the movie comes out and I know it's coming out, I will go on Twitter and mute all the words related to it for like a month or two. So then it's like, even if people are tweeting the trailer, I can't see it.
I don't even. For you. I'll share it on our page because I know other people are watching it, but I'll like close the window. People are interested in that, and some people miss it. Like, so you never know. Like, someone might want to see that, but if I'm like watching, I don't know, like Tubi or something, and a random comes up, like for Resident Evil, I have not seen the new Resident Evil yet. Someone give me their feedback, but I'll take my glasses off because I can't see anything, and I've literally plugged up my ears in the room with just like because I'll accidentally hear it. Then when I hear that, and like, you know what I'm saying, it just, I feel spoiled. I want to go in 100 secrets.
And that's something that I do as well. Like when it comes to Twitter, I will mute stuff because there are some people, and I get why they do it, but there's some people who will literally dissect a trailer. And it's like, can you not, you know, especially when it's just like, it just dropped like literally less than 30 minutes ago. And you're like, you know, you have a whole thread full of stuff, screenshots and Zoom, like, just stop it, you know? So, but yeah, I had to do that for the most recent one because it took me a while to watch Halloween Kills. You know, I knew I was going to get around to it, and I ended up watching it on Halloween. But yeah. So just even muting that, you know, as an example, that was the best thing that I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we'll talk about that offline.
Because your face hero, and I'm sitting here like, evil dies tonight.
Chaos.
No one's
it's so good. I'm just messing with an iron like, that shit is funny. That is never not funny.
But yeah.
And and I agree with this. I had to do that also for Midnight Mass because I'm currently watching it. So
I feel really bad because I still haven't seen it yet, but I feel bad because they spoiled it or they tried to get you with some spoilers. I've just been like rolling real fast, like
it's crazy. And so there is another question for you both.
Oh, Horror in the War. Of course we've seen it.
Absolutely.
I wish it would have came out as the series it was intended to come out as, like a weekly thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty good. they could have used some more funding. That was all.
Yep.
But I just knew, hey, it's a start, and those stories had some good like bone structure to them.
Mm-hmm.
Although I didn't agree with all of the meats.
Right.
The bones is all right. I'm like, give us some more of this. Give us some more of this. Some money. Open your purse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Open your purse and talk,
Yeah.
because they won't even promote it. I'm like, promote this. Hit the
Right. And isn't that what it didn't really get a lot of promotion. And like you said, I would have rather seen it as a weekly series, because I didn't know it was gonna be like that until I was just sitting there and it's going on like an hour and 40. I'm like, whoa, so because you just kind of like realize that, but there were some segments where it's just like, hey, like I really like the storyline for this one. Like the one with the teacher and that lady.
That's what I was about to say. Have you read
Yeah.
Ghost? Have you read the Tana Reeves book?
No.
Okay. We've read Ghost Summer. That's a story.
Okay.
Book. It's pretty good.
Yep.
I'm on it.
That's why I'm like,
summer.
That's why they could do more of these, because there's so many stories out there like that that could be easily, because they're just gonna translate easily to screen. And I'm like, the bones are good. There's so many bones. Please open your purse. So I'm just like, I want them to do more of that, because I'm like, okay, they did a little something with that. I'm with that.
Okay. And a question that I have for you both, because I'm nosy. So one movie that you watched recently, it could be old, it could be new, or it could even be like a series, just something that you really enjoyed that you highly recommend. Because obviously I'm always looking for recommendations, and I love your taste. I love that you watch a variety of things.
Okay. I know that. I gotta open my letterbox. I'll be watching so many movies. I'm like, what did I watch? Now I know I did a double feature, and I don't know if you've seen these, but you probably have, because I was late to the party. I did a double feature of Ready or Not and Promising Young Woman. Yeah. And I actually really enjoyed both of those. Ready or Not, be fully prepared for a horror comedy. Like that's a horror comedy. Don't like, so everybody don't bang with horror comedy, so they go in like stupid. And I'm like, okay, Promising Young Woman, it's gonna hit you in the feels.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit. Don't come in here thinking you're about to get like a supernatural, none of that. No, this is a dark drama. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting with that one. But they're good. Okay. And 28 days later and 28 weeks later, they're old, and I've seen them before, but those are really good zombie movies. They make so many smart decisions as humans. Like, and Selena,
she's amazing. I felt so safe with her. Like,
her decision making is wonderful.
I would do anything she say.
Literally.
How? What do you do?
Like,
oh my God.
Okay.
What I saw recently. Okay, so I recently finished up watching all the stuff dealing with Kingdom. I don't know if you've seen that show.
Oh, I just only watched the first season, and I need to how's the second season?
Oh,
yes,
I need it.
Yeah.
And then there's like a extendo episode prequel movie. Check that out. I need to see Black Summer season 2. So that's what currently is on I like season 1. I just need to see how that ends. I've been like in like a weird boat of just watching stuff I've seen before, more so like revisiting like 99 2000s horror. Always obsessed with Bones, not just because I just thought about it because I had the shirt on and I was really just talking about like I want to see Bones again for the 1,000th time. But yeah, no, I'm ready to pick your brain to see what new stuff you have, because I honestly, truly, I feel like I keep watching the same things over and over again unless Jasmine is forcing me to watch something new.
I'm definitely gonna make you watch Lady Terminator.
Okay.
Ooh.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
I believe it's an Indonesian film. Someone had to send me a link.
Is that Nate?
No, it wasn't Nate.
Oh.
So homegirl Rabia
from
Curated. Curated. I can't think of
that's okay.
I'll be back right now.
Yeah.
My tongue is twisted. Culture curators,
Lord, you, girl.
Because the CCs was I was squaring up and I was losing the fight. They had me in the first half, coach. I listened. Okay, called the culture curators, and they talk about like a lot of horror movies, all types of stuff like that. But she was like, "Look, if you want to know about some foreign horror, okay, she has it.
Oh,
Especially
okay.
because she got VPN. She can get pretty much.
Oh.
She be watching stuff, and I'll be like, okay. She be telling me about all the random horror movies, and that's how and it wasn't a horror movie per se, but it's Terminator to me is a horror movie. It's an action horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just robots. If we replaced it with a monster doing the same stuff, it's a horror movie. It's just action
Right.
horror. So Lady Terminator is action horror, kind of like that.
Okay.
I think it's really wild if you can get your hands on that. Yes.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Chaotic. Very chaotic.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what I said last night in Soho. That's in my queue. I want to watch that. I just
That
haven't.
movie-
Going
I
to
really liked it. I really liked it a lot. There's like a darkness to it. And it was just kind of like, okay, well, the girl, in my opinion, she's relatable because you know how it is sometimes when you move someplace new and you're just trying to find your way. So in a way, it's like I understand, her. So, but I don't know. I really like it, but I also like the director, so he could do no wrong.
Okay. All right.
And honestly, I'm kind of like I really haven't been watching anything like too crazy new. Just like I said, I found myself just watching some of the same stuff. But I did check out Black Friday, like that, horror comedy. And it depends. You have to know when you're going into it. I just recommend knowing that it doesn't take itself seriously. But if you worked retail, you're going to find it super relatable. I know I did. And it's just kind of like, okay, obviously with the creatures type of thing and the goo that's in it, that's not so much relatable, clearly. But with the customers, with the workers, the craziness that people say to you, that one coworker who's trying to tell you what to do, like they're the manager, you know what I mean? So it's relatable. And then it just kind of brought me back and it made me feel so great that I'm not working retail anymore because I used to, and it ruined my life. And then also I did watch something kind of, it's kind of like old. Well, yeah, it's old, but it was new for me to watch. This movie from the 80s called The Kiss. And it's about this woman. Well, it's about this girl. Like she's like a teenager. And her mom gets into this crazy like freak accident and she dies, after having a phone call with her sister. And it turns out they have like this curse that's attached to their family. There's kind of like a cat creature, like a parasite from like Africa that's attached to their family. And, it spreads its stuff around. And then this is not really a spoiler because I'm not telling you who, but someone's on an escalator. Her necklace gets stuck and it's cutting her face and her neck. Someone gets boiled alive. And this is making me angry. Yeah. So I just thought it was very much effective. And I think it's on because I have the DVD, but it's on YouTube.
The Kiss. Okay, I'm writing this down right now. I'm playing with you.
No, I'm trying to see. Boiled alive.
She had it right.
God.
She had her face getting peeled off.
So it was just like on her, like where you I don't want to tell you if she survived or not, but I mean, that there's not going to be something right, where it's just like, what, I don't know. I don't know what you can do like at this point, but I just thought it was really surprising because again, it was made in the 80s, but it still looked really good and really effective. And it surprised me. Plus anything doing with like voodoo, supernatural stuff. I'm there.
I love supernatural. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But okay, we're going to end this though, because I don't want to keep on taking up your time. But thank you both so much for sharing your top 2. See, next time I'll know. Like I said, I didn't want to let the list be too long, But now I'm thinking that we probably should have had we should have did 3,
There's always next time. And there's
yes, that's true.
Yes, endless random lists that we could come up with. Because let me tell you, it could be just like, yes, best witch with boots. What?
Zeta
looking up witches wearing boots.
Let me just stay with a list.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Okay. All right. And so I do have your social medias listed below, but if you can just tell everyone where they can find you and what we can also keep a lookout for when it comes to you both.
Oh, well, you can find us at www.girlthatscary.com. I don't know how to talk today. That's
Okay.
a day.
Listen.
But we have a Patreon, which has like all kinds of bonus stuff because, you know, you can find us every Thursday on wherever you listen to podcasts, which is Girl That's Scary. But our Patreon is patreon.com/Girl That's Scary. We got a lot of like bonus stuff that's not all behind a paywall because
Discord.
we love free things.
Yeah.
And what's coming next? I don't know. It's about to be the holiday season, so we about to put our nose to the ground and start cranking out fun stuff.
Yes.
Holiday season.
That's all I got because some of the stuff that's coming we can't tell you, but you know stuff is coming.
Okay. All right. And thank you all again so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And again, you can find these. I have their links listed below, so be sure to follow them. All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.